Hey guys, how's it going? I'm just getting ready to start a new job, and I ain't got my cameras and stuff with me, so I'm using my phone, but I wanted to capture what's going on here a little bit. Let's see, how do you flip this thing around? Yeah, I wouldn't advise going over there right now because I just got done using that brush cutter. I've got some property here that I'm working on cleaning up. I just have got started. But I've already done a lot of work in here. I still got a lot more to do, but to get it to look satisfactory. And I got to take down a few trees. But basically, what I'm doing is cleaning this land up for a lady. And I got this side of the driveway over here is the first thing I got to work on. And you can just see this tangled up mess all the way down the side of this driveway. And I've already got started a little bit with the 138 Komatsu, and I started laying it across the driveway. But she has a property line. It's not too far from the driveway here. You can see that stake. Here's the driveway. Over there's the pink ribbon right over there. And but you see all these vines and all this mess all the way up through here. I got to take all this out and burn it. Now, there's not really a good place to burn. There's power lines right here. You can see the lines there. There's woods all around. The hayfield just on the other side of this little bit of woods here. So, the best place and Dad come over here and looked at it with me, and both of us finally agreed that there's not really a good place to burn, but we're going to try to do it. There's a depression in the ground right here that I have to fix, and they had buried stumps and stuff right here in the past, which is not a good idea, by the way. But I'm going to dig a hole here. Now the power lines are basically right above this, but I'm going to dig the hole kind of down the hill from them a little bit so it's not directly under them, and they're a good 25 feet in the air. But I want to dig a pit right here where the depression is, and then I'm going to burn a small pile at a time. I'm going to get a small pile going, and then I'll take the excavator and I'll get a little bit and put in it, and get a little bit and put in it. It's going to take more time, but there's just not really a good place to burn. Yeah, I could bring the grinder over here, but I didn't really price it to be grinding. Grinding is very expensive and takes a lot of fuel. I mean, like, a lot of fuel. So I didn't really price the job to grind it, and it's just a bunch of old junk anyway that's going to burn pretty quick. All these vines will go up pretty quick. So that's my plan, is to burn, and I got to get all this side cleaned up. There's a few trees I got to take down up here around the house. So anyway, that's what I'm into right now. I got the skid steer, the 333E over here. I got a 138 over here. I'll probably bring a couple of tractors over here. I'll probably bring the Massey with the grapple, and my little 1026R with the, I've got a York rake on it, a landscaping rake. And I've been using it to clean up stuff like this. Like when I get done, I'll clean the yard up, all these sticks and all that stuff, and make it look like something again. But alright, tomorrow maybe when I come back, I could bring my cameras if I remember, and continue this video. So see y'all tomorrow. Hey guys, it's me. It's about 9:30 at night, and I've been home with the wife and the kid for a little while. I got home about 7 o'clock, and I watched a movie with them, and then they were going to go to bed. So I decided to get back out here and work. It just has rained, and I'm over here at this job that I was showing y'all, and I bet you can't see anything. All I got is my phone, the light on it. But anyway, I cleared all this area here that I showed y'all, and all the brush is right here, some of it, and there's a bunch of it back up that way. I plan on burning this brush tonight, or at least some of this brush tonight. that's my plan. It rained and I feel pretty good about it. There is a burn ban in effect right now. Sorry, I gotta use my light to see where I'm going. My flashlight's dead and I hadn't charged it. But the burn ban is from midnight until 4, and then you can burn from 4 till midnight. Well, that don't give me very much time. But anyway, I'm digging this hole. Get over here, should be able to see now. I'm digging a hole to burn in. Now there's power lines right up here. You probably can't see them because it's dark, but I don't think it's going to hurt them. I'm going to be down in this hole. There is woods right over there, but I'm going to burn up the dirt. I'm not going to make a humongous fire, I don't think. Anyway, we got the 138 here, and we're going to keep digging this hole a little bit bigger, and then we're going to try to get the fire going. So let's see what happens. Now there was a sinkhole right here. Let me close the door. There was a sinkhole right here where all that black dirt is. Somebody buried a bunch of stumps and stuff in here a long time ago, which was fine a long time ago. That's the way people done things, but nowadays you do not bury stuff like that because you end up with sinkholes. And it's against the law to bury wood now, so you don't, it creates methane gas, so they really frown upon burying stuff. So we're going to dig this hole right here where this sinkhole is, because I got to fix this sinkhole anyway. And I'm going to burn in this hole, and then when I get done, whatever ashes is left I can bury in the hole, because that won't be a big deal to bury the ashes. There could be a little bit of wood left, but it won't be much. And yeah, that's the plan. If it gets a little drier and I have to burn, I've got a 1,000-gallon water tanker with a fire pump and a fire hose on it that I can bring over here, but I didn't bring it with me tonight because it has rained. The moisture is really high in the air right now. It's a little bit foggy, and I don't think I'm going to have trouble with anything, so I didn't bring it. I don't plan on building a huge fire, but sometimes things get a little different than what you think, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. I've got a pretty good cleared area right here. Around everything to my left is brush pile, and then I've got about 50 to 75 feet of clearance between any other trees. And then I'm going to have this pile of dirt here, so I think we're going to be okay. Alright, so I'll get this wrapped up and we'll start trying to build a fire here in just a few minutes. Okay, so I got the hole basically the size that I want it, but what I'm doing now is I'm going to dig a trench right in the center of my hole and leave the sides of the hole higher, and hopefully this trench will allow air to be able to get underneath the wood, because you got to have a lot of air to burn a fire like I want to burn. So I don't want the hole to be full of wood all the way down to the bottom in the center. I want there to be an air space down there so it can draw air down and then come back up. So that's what I'm doing right now. I'll clean this edge off, but anyway, I want to have that air duct or air trough or air tunnel. Air tunnel is probably the right word. Right in the center to help get air down in there. That's the biggest problem with burning in a hole, is getting air up under the fire enough to burn efficiently. The bucket is a little bit wider than what I want to build this air trough. Like a 2-foot bucket would probably be better, but this is a 4-foot bucket. Oh, there's a little rock down there, huh? All right. And I'm going to bring this air tunnel all the way across. And then I'm going to not fill the air tunnel up with brush. I'll lay the brush sideways or crossways on it so it won't be down in the tunnel. And I'm going to extend the air tunnel out to this side a little bit more to let the air be able to go down in there. So we're getting pretty close to what I want here. I believe this is what I want. I'm going to go ahead and I've got a bale of straw with me. I'm going to put that in there. Then I'm going to lay brush over top of it. And then I am going to get some diesel fuel in the bucket. And I will proceed to igniting it. So bear with me here. Keep a little bit of that straw so I can ignite it and throw it down in there. You gotta be careful with that power line overhead. Put the straw down in the air tunnel. It'll burn up pretty quick. Now I need some brush. Got plenty of brush with vines in it here. Stuff is real viney, briars and like grapevines. I got most of the good stuff like the locust trees, hickory trees, stuff like that for firewood. I done hauled those in. A little bit of free firewood logs. There was two loads on the Western Star dump truck, so that ain't too bad. All right, that looks like a good start. And yes, before I leave tonight, this fire will be extinguished because there's no burning after midnight. So what I plan on doing is putting some dirt back over it, and when I come back I should be able to dig the dirt back off the hot coals and easily get it started again. sucker rolling here in a minute. I want to try to get rid of as much of this brush as I can tonight. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so what I'm getting ready to do is put some of this straw and some diesel fuel in my bucket. Dump that on. Uh-oh. We'll crash the camera. Always do that. We'll dump that on the fire. Probably a gallon, maybe 2 gallons of diesel fuel. Some straw. Some ignition. I got a propane torch. I got some more straw. Okay, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but I got a bag of straw and I got my propane torch, and I'm going to try to ignite that straw with the diesel fuel. getting it started, getting it hot enough to burn on its own. And I don't know if I've got enough fuel on it to do that yet. We'll give it a little while, see what happens. Check back on it here in a minute. All right, the fire's getting a little weak on me, so I'm going to get some more diesel fuel. Okay, here we go. Put this diesel fuel on here. Woo! Hot tamale. That was about a half a gallon of diesel fuel. It might have been a gallon. Hard to judge. I can feel the heat off of her though. If I ever get the bottom hot enough, it'll take off and burn. Of course, the wind has picked up since I've started doing this, but fortunately it's wet. That's what's saving me right now. Okay, we'll let her burn a few minutes and see what's going on. Alright, still ain't quite hot enough to take off on its own, so I got about another gallon of diesel fuel I'm going to put on it. Woo-hoo! That'll warm you up. If I can ever get it hot enough, it'll take off and stay on. And it normally takes a while because all this stuff is green and wet, and you got to get it all dried out before it'll get hot enough to go, which isn't impossible. I've done this many times. Just takes a little patience in the beginning, but it'll come together eventually. Y'all probably thinking, you gonna burn that machine up doing that or melt something? Nah, you'd have to stay in it a pretty good while to mess something up. The hoses are extremely tough. They can take quite a bit of heat, and really the machine's not taking all that much heat. I'm just staying in there like 3 or 4 seconds at the max. The machine's not taking enough heat to hurt anything. Been doing this for years. What worries me more than anything is hot ashes falling on the machine. I don't like hot ashes falling on the machine because the machine can have dry leaves and sticks and stuff laying down in it, because even though it's rain, the engine can dry out stuff, you know, and there could be leaves and stuff down around the engine that you don't know about, and one of those hot sparks can get in there and catch the machine on fire. That's what I more worry about than like what I just did with the diesel fuel. But actually this machine's been on fire one time burning brush. I wasn't running it, but my uncle was running it, and it got down. There's some leaves and stuff that had got down in behind the cab, and you can't clean it out back there, and a spark got in there and it caught those leaves and stuff on fire, and they put it out with a soda pop. They didn't have anything else to put it out with. Now, I've got a fire extinguisher with me, so hopefully I won't need it, but I got one. We'll give it a little more time here. It should be getting dried out enough, it should take off before too much longer. Alright, this is going to be splash number 3. There's some flames down there, but it ain't going fast enough to suit me. So, put a little more in there. So, we have a setup to put diesel fuel on a fire like this. Them flames are hitting them power lines right now. If diesel fuel burns out, they'll go back down. But we got a sprayer system that we use. It's got a garden hose, got a suction hose you can put in the fuel tank on the truck or the excavator. And it's got a garden hose with a garden type sprayer, a garden hose sprayer nozzle, and it runs off a 120 volt, so you got to have a generator. And we got one of those little Honda 2000 watt inverter generators that we use to run it. I just didn't bring it with me because I didn't feel like hooking all that stuff up. It's late, and I just figured I could do this and get it going like this instead of having to lug all that stuff out. And but you can just kind of keep spraying in one spot periodically with that and get a good hot spot going. It don't take too long. But man, it's continuing to burn right now, so it ain't slowing down very fast. We may have it hot enough where it's going to go, which is good. That'll be good. Definitely doing better than it was when I put fuel on it the last 2 times. If I burn them power lines in 2 though, I'll probably be up shit creek without a paddle. But I don't think it will. I'd like for it to start raining again is what I'd like for it to do. I know that sounds kind of crazy. As much rain as we've had, it's finally dried up some, and now I'm saying I'd like for it to rain again. That's kind of stupid, but it helps in this situation to keep from catching something on fire. I believe we got it hot enough to keep going now. It ain't slowing down. So I'll let it burn down a little bit, and then I'll get me some more brush and start feeding on it. Maybe get rid of some of this stuff. It's like the wind's died down some. Most of it's just coming straight back down into the fire, which is good. I've seen a few things laying down in the woods, but it goes out really quick, so it's wet enough that I don't think it can catch it on fire. Now she's burning good. It's already burning down some. It's about ready to be fed again, but I've got the lights off on the excavator so I can see where the sparks are going, and if they're, that's one good thing about burning at night is you can see if the sparks are trying to ignite anything and you can take care of it, which while during the day you can't really see where the sparks are or what's trying to burn until it's already on fire, and then you got a problem you got to put out. But at nighttime you can kind of keep an eye on things a little better, so that's why I got the lights out. It's pretty too to watch, but it's hot down in there because it ain't slowing down. I'm getting ready to add a little more brush to it. I don't want this thing to get excessively big because of the tight area I'm in, so I'm just going to add a little bit at a time. It's about 10:30. I'm getting kind of tired, but I'm probably going to work till midnight and then I'll shut this thing down. I got to get as much done as I can. let's find some more brush. Cut that up as small as it needed to be. As small as I'd like for it to be. Bigger than the hole. We'll let it burn the ends of it off and then we'll move it over. Fire is trying to, it's definitely coming up through it pretty quick, so I'm going to get back out of the way. Starting to get that good orangish blue flame in there. That means it's hot. Less sparks, that's good. Let's see what the sparks doing. See, I ain't got near as many sparks as I did have. I love that fire right there. That's a good fire. That's what I want to see. Good hot orangish blue fire. Just keep on doing this for a couple hours here and I can get rid of probably 50-60% of this brush tonight, hopefully. There's a lot here, but mostly just vines, like I said. A few trees, not a whole lot. Oh yeah, that's a pretty fire. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here for now and get busy and keep this going. Maybe take a nap while I'm waiting, something like that. So, oh man, she's getting hot. I'm going to back up. Hot and smoky. burning. Fire's plenty hot. I ain't caught nobody on fire yet though. That's good. Surprised I ain't caught that brush pile beside of it on fire, but I guess it's just wet enough. Oh well, getting along good. What is it? 11:30. I got another half an hour I can burn legally. It's supposed to start raining though a little bit. I might burn a little longer than I legally can. I don't think nobody will say anything if it's raining. Oh well. Hey guys. All that brush that was piled up around that hole that I dug. You probably can't see nothing but a fire, but all that brush is gone. It's all in the hole. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, but it's all in the hole. So, yeah, it's done for now till I make another pile of brush. But it'll take me a little while to get that done. Anyway, I'm going to the house as soon as this fire burns down a little bit. Alright, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. I went home at 4:30 this morning and went to bed after my fire burnt down and calmed down a little bit. But here's this. I showed y'all this probably in the beginning of this video, what it looked like before. But I can't clear those trees because that's on another person's property. But this is what I cleared all the way up. And you can see how wide it got up there towards the house. I still got to clean it up with the landscape rake. I'm just using the little John Deere and cleaning it up, getting all the roots and stuff. I'm going to seed it and straw it. But down here is where all the brush was last night. You probably couldn't see. There was a huge pile right over there. And then it was brush actually windrowed all the way down through here, and I burned all of it last night in this hole that I dug, that y'all watched me dig in the dark. And you can probably see a little better now that it's daylight what we got. And this is all that's left of the brush. So yeah, and it's raining, so we ain't gonna be able to work on the big job today. I figured we were gonna be able to work today, but we're not. So we're actually gonna be in the shop. So I'm actually gonna go rest a little while, and then I'm gonna go change the oil and some equipment. So we'll talk to y'all later. Hope you enjoyed this video.